My village did not have any school, so I had to study in a hostel around 200 kilometers away from my home. So I was in a hostel from kindergarten, then moved to Delhi for my +2, and then did my undergrad at IIT Kanpur. The journey from my village to IIT Kanpur itself was very amazing because of the sheer hard work that I did.
क्लास साथी एक ऐसा लर्निंग ऐप है जो कि बगैर इंटरनेट के बखूबी इस्तेमाल में लाया जा सकता है। शिक्षा को यह सरल और सहज बना देगा। क्लास साथी की शुरुआत के बारे में पंकज अग्रवाल कहते हैं कि सैमसंग इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में काम करने के दिनों में यह ख्याल अक्सर आता था कि वो जिंदगी से जुड़ी समस्याओं को सुलझाने में तकनीक का इस्तेमाल कैसे कर सकते हैं, कम लागत वाली तकनीक से शिक्षा जगत में कैसे बदलाव ला सकते हैं। इसी के बाद टैग हाइव के बारे में एक दिशा मिली और क्लास साथी का आइडिया आया।
So my one question was, how can we impact the world of education with low-cost technology? That led to the birth of Tag Hive in a way. We came up with the idea of Class Sathi.
पंकज अग्रवाल 50 से ज्यादा अंतर्राष्ट्रीय पेटेंट इजाद कर चुके हैं। साल 2017 में MIT टेक्नोलॉजी रिव्यू और मिंट की टॉप 10 खोजकर्ताओं में उनका नाम शामिल था। साल 2021 में फॉर्च्यून की 40 अंडर 40 सूची में भी इन्हें जगह मिली थी। ब्यूरो रिपोर्ट, जी मीडिया।
Good evening, everyone. It's my rare privilege to introduce an eminent figure from the field of IT who has revolutionized the education system. In the present scenario, education and technology work in tandem, and Mr. Pankaj Agarwal is a glaring instance to it, who has made education system interesting, easy, and fast. Mr. Pankaj Agarwal is the founder and CEO of Tag Hive, a Samsung-funded education technology venture with operation in South Korea and India. He is an inventor of over 75 international patents and was on the list of Fortune India 40 under 40 and Business World 40 under 40. He was also one of the 10 winners of the MIT TR35 India Innovators Under 35 Award in 2017. Before Tag Hive, Mr. Pankaj was with Samsung Electronics for over a decade. He has been the founder and chairman of the IIT Alumni Association of South Korea since 2015 and is also a board member of the Indian Chamber of Commerce of Korea, ICCK. Mr. Pankaj has a Bachelor of Technology degree in EE from IIT Kanpur, MS from Seoul National University, and an MBA from Harvard Business School.
शुभ संध्या। ये मेरा सौभाग्य है कि आज मैं एक ऐसे व्यक्तित्व से आपका परिचय कराने जा रही हूँ जिन्होंने अत्यंत छोटी आयु में ही सूचना एवं तकनीक की सहायता से शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में नई क्रांति को लोगों के सामने रखा है। श्री पंकज अग्रवाल टैग हाइव द्वारा क्लास साथी के संस्थापक और CEO हैं। उन्होंने 2017 में एडटेक फार्म टैग हाइव की स्थापना की, जिसे 1 साल के लिए सैमसंग द्वारा इंक्यूबेट किया गया था। भारत के लिए उनका लर्निंग सॉल्यूशन क्लास साथी देश के लिए खास तौर पर बनाया गया है, क्योंकि इसे बिजली या इंटरनेट कनेक्टिविटी की ज़रूरत नहीं है। यह कम रखरखाव, कम लागत, विषय और कक्षा से अलग है। श्री अग्रवाल ने 1987 में मेरिट विश्वविद्यालय से वाणिज्य स्नातक की उपाधि प्राप्त करके अपनी शैक्षणिक यात्रा शुरू की। 1994 में उन्होंने वित्त और लेखा के क्षेत्र में अपनी प्रतिबद्धता का प्रदर्शन करते हुए इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स ऑफ इंडिया से CEO की योग्यता हासिल की। आइए मिलते हैं श्री पंकज अग्रवाल जी से।
Thank you. A very good evening to all of you. Good evening, good evening. Thank you so much, sir, principal sir. A very good evening to all the teachers. And to special thanks to Rahul ji for inviting me here. It's a pleasure and an honor to be at the Vidya Vihar Residential School. So thank you so much for having me. I passed out of class 12 in year 2000, around 25 years ago. My schooling was in St. Xavier's, Sahibganj. How many of you know Sahibganj? Have you heard of Sahibganj? I see some hands, all of you. So Sahibganj में जो स्कूल है, St. Xavier's Sahibganj, वो हमारे बिशनपुर गांव से अराउंड 180 किलोमीटर्स दूर है और बीच में एक नदी भी आती है. तो नदी को पार करके we used to go and I stayed in a hostel, just आप लोगों की तरह. तो आप लोगों को देख के मुझे अपनी पुरानी दिन काफ़ी याद आ रहे हैं. So I was in a hostel, not from class 8, not from class 6, not from class 4, not from class 1, from KG1. कब से? KG1. Can you imagine? 7-year-old, 8-year-old going out of home and staying away from home for 3 months at a stretch. Tough times, right? But those days and these days for you are the real days because you're building your foundation. जब आप building खड़ा करते हो, when you make a building, what do? First of all, you put a very strong foundation. Don't you do that? काफी खड्डा करते हो, मिट्टी डालते हो, you make a very strong foundation. And I realized that that foundation was strong only when I left St. Xavier's, went to Delhi's public school for my plus 2, 11 and 12, went to IIT Kanpur, then went to Korea for my master's program, and then also worked in Samsung for a long time, and went to USA to Harvard Business School for my MBA. In life, we are bound to face a lot of challenges. Lot of challenges. In life, we are bound to face a lot of challenges. And what gives you courage is your foundation. Just like when a building is standing, a lot of wind is blowing, weather is bad, building stands stiff. It doesn't fall down, right? Because of a strong foundation. So all of you here in the hall, you should feel that you are building your foundation. Just by being here or being in the hostel is not enough to build foundation. That is the first step. You also have to study hard. You have to use your time very wisely. Your parents left you here believing that you will use all your time to build that foundation. Do you all understand? Yes? Thank you. I know it is before dinner time, and that's why the energy is slightly less, but I'll be finishing my speech very soon, don't worry, okay? So foundation is important. Now what is also happening globally is the world is changing very fast. How many of you know of AI? All of you. Wow. So many hands. Please put your hands down. Yes, at the top as well. All of you know about AI. Now what does AI do? Many of you think AI is nothing but ChatGPT, right? Many of you. But that is just such a small thing about AI. AI is much more than ChatGPT. With AI, a lot of new jobs will be created. A lot of new possibilities will emerge. So it's good that you have started using AI, but many students that I know use AI in the wrong way. They use AI to get shortcuts. I have a question, I will not solve, I will ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT will give you the answer step by step. I will write that answer in the exam or in my homework, and my job is done. That is a very, very wrong way of using AI. You are using AI or rather you are misusing AI to prepare you for failure. So use AI to succeed. Use AI to understand. Okay? So when I was a student, if I get any problem, I used to spend a lot of time not to solve the problem. I used to spend a lot of time to understand the problem. Okay? If I give you a question, x plus 2 is equal to 0, what is the value of x? You solved it, but did you understand the question? If I ask you, x squared is equal to 0, how many roots are there for x? 0? Only one root? Yes. Understand what is quadratic equation, what is linear equation. You have to understand all of that. Because if you understand maths, you will understand physics. Okay? If you want to calculate acceleration, what is acceleration? It is rate of change of velocity. I know we have younger students as well. What is velocity? It is the rate of change of distance in a particular direction. That is velocity. So you have to understand what is differential equation, what is quadratic equation, what is linear equation, why do we solve for x? So you have to understand those questions, the deeper meaning of it. If you do that, over time, solving the question becomes a very easy job. Okay? So today, what I will do is, I will share with you about 3 C's. 3 C's. And while I share about 3 C's, I will try to share some stories about my life as well, how I thought those 3 C's helped me become a better person. And I hope it helps you as well. The first C is creativity. What is the first C? Creativity. What does creativity mean? To create something, I hear. Okay, good point. But creativity starts from asking why. It starts by asking why. You always have to ask why. Why does the apple fall down? Because of gravity, because you all know Newton did the job for you. But why? Why do we eat our food 3 times a day? Why do we eat our dinner at 8 o'clock? Why do we study maths? Why are you here in this room? Why are you leaving your parents at your home and you are here? Ask the question why. If you ask the question why you are studying, why you're in the school, you will get the answer. I'm here because I need to prepare myself with a strong foundation. That's why you're here. Do you understand? You have to ask why. If you ask why, then you start getting answers and you can build something new. You can be more creative. Keep on asking why. Ask why not. Okay? Our leader of the nation, the past president, Abdul Kalam ji, he was a space scientist. He was the nuclear scientist, as you all know. He asked himself, why can't India become a nuclear power? If he did not ask that question, maybe we could not become nuclear power. Right? When I was in my early days of my life, I always thought that can a guy from a small village in Bihar go to South Korea, go to IIT, go to Harvard? Or rather, why not? Let me create history. Let me become the first person from my village to go to Harvard Business School. Those questions, those thoughts become the inspiration, become the super force that charge you every day. Okay, so you all need to have your own dreams. Why can't I achieve that? I heard that very recently, one of the toppers in the UPSC was from this school, right? He dreamt that a guy from Purnia, a student from Purnia can become a UPSC topper, and he did that. So you have to ask that question. Creativity does not just mean building or creating new things, it also means building yourself by asking these questions. So I hope that all of you from today onwards, if you did not do so far, you ask questions. Why? Why not? Okay? Second C is about confidence. One thing I will tell you, I traveled in a lot of places, I went to multiple places, I was even in Europe, I stayed for 3 months in Switzerland, and stayed in Korea for a long time, I was in India for a long time. One thing I have found that Indian students particularly are very confident. That is a very good thing. And that is why perhaps globally you will find that Indians are making their mark, because they're very, very, very confident. Now, how do you build your confidence? How many of you are nervous when you give an exam? Good. You all, I see few hands, okay, at the top as well. Please put your hands down. It's very natural to be nervous. When I come on the stage here, I am also nervous. But the moment I say I am nervous, I become less nervous. So if you are nervous, if you are less confident, the first step is to acknowledge that I am less confident. You understand? You have to tell yourself, okay, I am less confident. The next step is to build confidence. How you do that? My approach when I was a student, even now when I am a little bit nervous, what I do in my mind is I tell myself again and again, 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2, 6 plus 2, 8 plus 2, and this increased my confidence in my mind. I think I know all the answers. So you can try this when you are nervous. First thing is you will acknowledge, yes, I am nervous. Dar lag raha hai. But don't cry, okay? It's okay. Second thing is you start building confidence by asking yourself the questions, the answers, okay? By asking yourself the questions and then answering those questions. You'll say, oh, I already know this. And also remember that you are not alone. Everybody is nervous. Do you understand? If you are confident, your mind works really well. If you are not confident, your mind doesn't work. So confidence is a very important food for the quality of your mind. So please be confident. Try to be confident. Now many people say, okay, I go to the exam and I am doing 2 plus 2, 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2, but I still don't do good in the exams. If you are not prepared for the exam, then that is not good. Another way to increase confidence is to be better prepared. Okay? So you have to study hard. You have to prepare for your exams well in advance. Be attentive in the class. How many of you use Class Sathi? Wow, I see so many hands. So Class Sathi is one of the ways to help you build your confidence. And I'm so glad that Vidya Vihar School is using Class Sathi so actively. Please put your hands down. Thank you so much. I think in Purnia region, this is one of the top schools using Class Sathi. In India, we have around 300 plus schools and more than 10,000 classrooms which are using Class Sathi. Even top schools like Assam Valley School in Assam, Tejpur. In Delhi, we have Asant Valley School. In the south, in the center of India, in Emerald Heights International School, DPS, and a lot of other good brands who are using Class Sathi. So please study well. And if you're getting a wrong answer in the classroom, don't feel bad about it. Classroom is the time to learn. Okay? It's not an exam. It's a time to learn. So Class Sathi is not built to assess you. Class Sathi is built to help you become better. Okay? So study very, very hard and build your confidence. If you are confident, trust me, you will go very, very far. But confidence backed with preparation. Backed with preparation. Very, very important. So the first C was what? Creativity. Second C was confidence. So you all will now ask questions. Okay, why? Very important. Very good. Second is you will also always try to be confident and acknowledge that it is okay to be nervous. Now the last C, which is very important, is commitment. Commitment. What does commitment mean? Some people say, oh, I will go and prepare for the UPSC exam or IIT exam, and I will go and top the exam. That is the commitment that they make. And very soon, they stop studying. They think, oh, I am not made for IIT or for UPSC. It happens to a lot of students, and it is very normal, it's okay. Commitment means trying to make a goal. You make your goal, and make steps to achieve the goal, and stay committed on the path to achieving your goal. Commitment does not mean achieving the goal. It means staying on the path to achieving the goal. Whether you achieve the goal or not, it is sometimes beyond your control. But staying on the path is very important. So if you want to, how many of you here, I think senior students particularly, how many of you want to give the IIT exam? Okay, I see a lot of hands here. Or the medical exam. I see a lot of hands at the top as well. So please put your hands down. If you made up your mind to give the exam, that is very important. So if I were you, I would do this. When I was a student, I had told myself that no matter what, I will not give a second attempt for IIT. That was my commitment to myself. So I gave IIT exam in year 2000, and I got an All India rank of 293 that time in year 2000. Okay? It's okay. So I wrote in the diary, I still have the diary with me, that I will try to come to in the top 300. And I really worked hard. Of course, luck helped me a lot, but I was better prepared, and that's why perhaps luck helped me a lot. So when I was studying, my intent, I committed to myself that I will this is my goal, to get to the top 300. And I told myself that in 2 years, I will not go to home. So I was staying in Delhi. I said I will not go home for 2 years. I did not go home for 2 years. I went in class 10 in Delhi, a public school, R.K. Puram. I was staying in a hostel, just like you. And very hot summers. I was staying on the top floor. Very, very hot summers. But I told myself that no, I'll be here. And after some time, the commitment becomes very easy to follow. So it was not very difficult for me to follow my commitment. So I met my goal. I stayed in the hostel for 2 years, and I told myself that no matter what, I will be here in Delhi. I will not give up for 2 years. Okay? I did that. It was the first step in the process. Second step was, I will give mock test every Sunday. So I used to give a mock test every Sunday morning, because I think in my times, the JEE exam used to happen on Sundays. So I used to give an exam in the same time, 8 to 10, 10 to 12, and 12 to 2, around that time. So I used to do that, and every Sunday, give mock test. Especially in the second year, because first year, we're preparing the syllabus, second year, we were done with the syllabus, so we used to give mock test every Sunday. Every Sunday. And a lot of good things happened in that preparation journey. You know what happened particularly? One thing very interesting that happened was, when I was giving one of my mock tests, there were two teachers who were in the room. You know, mock test in the real, I was taking my courses with one of the institutes in Delhi. So I used to go for mock test which was conducted by those institutes. And I was in the exam hall writing my exam, and two teachers were talking to each other. I was getting disturbed in the mock test. I could not write well. I got a very bad score in that mock test. And then I thought, why did I get a bad score? Then I did the analysis. I found, oh, those two teachers were talking that time. I wish I could tell them, ma'am, sir, please, I'm not able to focus. You know what happened? In actual JEE exam, same thing happened. I was giving my exam and two teachers were talking. Immediately I told the teacher, ma'am, I'm really sorry, but I'm getting disturbed. And I was so happy that multiple mock tests prepared me for that experience. And I could tell the teacher very boldly, and of course politely, that ma'am, I'm getting disturbed. So you have to prepare well. Okay? Confidence is important. Commitment is also very important. You have to stay on the path, because you will automatically prepare yourself very, very well. Okay? And also, I told myself that if I don't get into IIT, it's also okay. IIT is not the end of the world. I prepared myself for a few other exams, like Delhi College of Engineering exam and Triple IIT exam. So I had created some options. I told IIT is my top option, I'll go there. But if I don't go there, I will not take a second attempt. I'll go to some other college and study there. Nobody told me to do that. It was just my own mind game. I was trying to tell my mind that this is the only opportunity for me to give IIT. So I need to be prepared. I need to really give it a best shot. Okay? So you have to trick your mind many times, trick your mind to help you succeed in life. Do you understand? Many times, if I did not perform well, I used to skip my dinner as a punishment. Just myself. I say, okay, I did not do good in that maths test. Today, no dinner for me. Self-punishment. Why? Because I was committed to perform well. I don't recommend this method to you, but it was my method. Okay? Sometimes if I, for example, I'm not performing well, I'll say today, cutting slip for 2 hours. 2 hours I'll study more. So these are the small behavior changes that I used to do that helped me stay on course. Okay. I used to go on the trains, like, when I was in class 8, 9, I used to take a lot of competitive examinations. I used to go to Bhagalpur, to Patna, from St. Xavier Sahibganj to give these nationwide tests, NTSC exam, and there was a lot of exams that time, RMO, Regional Maths Olympiad and all of that. I used to go and give the exams. In the train, even in the train I used to study. So I try to use any time available to me to ensure that I am doing my job well. And I'm so glad that all of you here are in this residential campus. You can really focus on your studies and build a very strong foundation. I'm telling you, if you are in the hostel in this place, you have all your friends around you, try to circle with your best friends, good friends, and use this opportunity to make meaning from this and build a very strong foundation. You may not realize this right now because you think, okay, kya fark padta hai and all that, but fark padta hai. Okay? कामयाबी मिले ना मिले, कामयाबी मिले ना मिले, ये मुकद्दर की बात है. कामयाबी मिले ना मिले, ये मुकद्दर की बात है. मुकद्दर means your fate, your luck, your destiny. कामयाबी मिले या ना मिले, ये मुकद्दर की बात है. आप मेहनत ना करें, ये गलत बात है. Okay? You have to work very hard. And if you work hard, it is bound to come back to you in a good way. When I was in IIT, when I was graduating from IIT, I only applied to one college in the world for my postgraduate degree. I applied to MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology in Boston, in Cambridge, in the US, very famous colleges you all know. I thought I was good enough to apply to that college. I applied. And of course, I got rejected. But I really worked very hard to go to MIT. I did not get into MIT. Then I got another chance to go to South Korea. I went to South Korea with Samsung. But I was feeling very, 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 very bad that, in life I failed. I could not go to MIT. It's okay, you feel bad. But there was a thought in my mind that I want to go to MIT one day. Then what happened, of course, I joined Samsung after finishing my master's in Korea. I worked on the flat panel displays. And in 2010, I applied to Harvard Business School for my MBA, and I got there. So Harvard and MIT are very close by in Boston. So that desire, that feeling that I need to go to MIT came true in a different way. So I went to Harvard for my MBA, but every evening in the summers particularly, I used to go to the MIT campus. So I could go there in a different way. So idea is, if you're prepared, if you have that feeling that you want to do something great, it will happen to you. Okay? Now, I told you about 3 C's. The last C was commitment. And commitment is a very, very important thing. It will keep you moving forward. It's like the gasoline or the petrol in your car that is always there, and it will help you move forward. So don't take it easy. You commit to yourself that you will do something, write it down. Okay? Write it down and try to follow the steps. It's okay to fail. You'll fail. That is how you learn. You'll fail. Okay? But realize that you are failing and try to again do it in a different way. You go there, did not work. पीछे आए, फिर से आगे गए, फिर से पीछे आए, फिर से आगे गए. This is how you will be able to build a very strong foundation, and these experiences you will have will help you. The first C was what? Creativity, which means asking questions. Now, in ChatGPT or using AI, one thing is happening, that finding answer is very easy. Finding answer is very easy. But what is difficult? Asking question. If you ask the right question, then you will get the relevant answer, not the right answer. A relevant answer, perhaps. It will give you something. It may not be the right answer. Okay? So asking the question is very, very important. Learning to ask the right question is very, very important. Very, very important. It will help you. People say, if of course you are right now very, very young, but as you grow in your professional journey going forward, you will become a leader one day. Leader of your region, of your company, of your team, of the country, of the world. I believe that all of you will become leader one day in some capacity. And you know who are good leaders? A good leader is only so good as the quality of the question he or she asks. If you ask a good question, you are a good leader. If you ask a poor question, you are a bad leader. Okay? So you have to learn to ask questions. So the first C is creativity. The most simple question you can ask is, why? Always stay curious. Why? Why did the school bring you all to this room? Why? Maybe you see me, you hear me, maybe you get something from this perhaps, which can change the way you think about life. Maybe. Why? Always ask why. Stay curious. Because that will give you the answer. That will give you the answer. Second C was what? Confidence. One of the advantages and also disadvantage of our generation, of Indians particularly, is that we are very quick in solving questions. We solve the question very quickly. But the minus point is, very, very rarely we try to understand the question. Okay? So confidence is important, but you will be more confident if you are more prepared. What does preparation mean? Preparation means giving time to something that you have to do. Preparation means keeping a strong intent. Okay, I need to do this. I need to give time. Be disciplined about whatever you're doing. So that is the confidence piece. And the last C is commitment. Commitment is fundamental in that if you make your commitment, it will help you stay on the path, and finally you are bound to succeed. So don't take it easy. In your journey to making commitments, you will many times fail. And that is why you're in the school. You are in the school to learn, to practice. So do that. I hope that all of you, all the students in the room here, stay on course of their plan. I feel that you have a lot of potential. Every child, every individual, every human being has immense potential. You will believe it or not, I'm not sure, but everybody, every human brain has immense potential. And it is your duty, because you are carrying this human brain, it is your duty to convert that potential to performance. God has given us all brains, right, here. It is our duty to ensure that we work hard and make the most of it. Prepare this for the future. You all will do good. Just believe in yourself. Take the guidance of your teachers. Be well behaved. Be disciplined. Use your time wisely. And always ask questions, why and why not. Thank you so much. Also, I always recommend that people ask questions. So if you have any questions in the audience about my journey, about anything, I would be very, very happy to take a few questions and give my honest answer to those questions. Anybody having any questions, you can raise your hand, come forward, and we can take those questions. Even at the top, if you have any questions, don't hesitate, don't feel shy. Anybody, any questions? Okay, I see one gentleman here. Yes?
So I have one.
Please tell your name and the class first.
My name is Aditya Kumar and I'm from class 7.
Okay, Anant. Please tell your question.
I have one question that how your app work without internet.
Okay, so Anant is from class 7 and is asking how Class Sathi works without internet. So it's a technology, right? And technology is, you can design technology in a way that is useful to the community that you are serving. So when I came to India and saw the schools in a lot of areas, I found that internet is a problem. In many schools, of course, we have internet, but it is not very fast and it is many times not doing great. So I built Class Sathi to work without internet. It's very easy, honestly. You try to design your application. There are, of course, a lot of technicalities of how you do it. But the most important thing is to know that you have to build the thing without internet. So once you know it from day one, then you can design your process to work without internet. Okay? So you have to know, and of course there are a lot of technicalities which I think is not relevant, but there are tools to make that happen. Okay? But many times people say, oh, no, internet is required, and they take a very shortcut way. I took a long way because my intent was very clear that I want to build something that also works without internet. And I followed the steps, failed multiple times, again made it happen, tried in different places, and now we are ready. Okay? Thank you, Anand.
Sir, I am Abhijit Kumar for class 7D. When I learn something, after a few days, I will be not able to remember.
Very good. I think so. You want to remember for a long time? You know, when I was a student and I have an exam tomorrow and I study for late night, I was very scared of sleeping because I thought if I sleep, I will forget everything. How many of you feel the same? Many times, right? I was so scared that if I sleep, then I will forget. And sometimes I used to also forget. Please put your hands down. So you have to understand that it is okay to forget a few things. You can forget. But if you want to really remember the thing that is important to you for time, you have to practice maybe 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Okay? So maybe if you're forgetting it very fast, then try to remember small things or smaller, in smaller chunks. Don't remember too much in short time. And try to practice it, revise it. Then you'll be fine. What did you forget recently? Anything that you remember that you forgot recently? A formula? What did you forget? Tell me one example.
Sir, when I am class 6, all question answer.
Okay, so first of all, I would like you all to give a round of applause because he's being so honest. He's being so honest. You know, it's not easy to come here and ask a question and say that I forget, and I forgot all of grade 6. So really, congratulations to you for having that courage. So it's easy. It's very natural. If you ask me that, please tell me what you learned in grade 5 or in IIT, I forgot all. Sometimes it's okay to forget. It's okay to forget. But you don't have to forget the important things, basic things. You know, that's why I tell you, many of the students here are studying for exams, right? You want to pass the exam and go home and forget everything. That is not the right way to study. Because as he said, you will forget next year. I don't remember what I studied in grade 6. What I remember is how I studied. I studied long hours. That was my discipline. I studied with a lot of intent. I practiced a lot. I used to write and practice. I was a very polite boy. So all of those things I remember. I don't remember the content specifically, that this is what I studied. But I remember the feeling of it. That is very important. So it's okay if you are forgetting. Many times what you studied in grade 6 comes back to you in grade 7, in class 7 and class 8. You can revise it. You can revise it, it's fine. Forgetting is okay. And when you get a chance, you revise what is important to you and don't feel bad about it. It's okay. Everybody forgets. But hence, it is also important that you make good practice. I used to get up early in the morning. When I was a student, I used to get up early in the morning at 5 o'clock, 5:30. Even now, even today, I get up at 5:30. So that habit of getting up early is something that I'm carrying with me still. Okay? So build good habits in your journey as a student. That will be more helpful to you. And don't worry about forgetting. Okay? Thank you, thank you. I see no girls asking questions. I would like some volunteers from the girls also to ask questions. I see a lot of hands at the top. Okay, let us send one mic at the back if we can and have few questions from the top. You don't have to come here. Maybe you can ask your questions from there. So it's right now time is 7:42. We'll do the question and answer till 7:55 and then you are okay to go for your dinner. Yes, sir.
Sir, my name is Aditya Raj from Standard 6A. I have a question that how could we do those things which we doesn't like to do daily?
Like what? Example?
Sir, like studies and different things.
Yeah, first of all, again, Aditya, thank you so much for asking the question. You know, many times we don't like to do certain things. Why? Because it's boring, right? It's boring. Or we are trying to do things which is difficult. There are only two reasons of not doing things. Because it is boring and or because it is difficult. But if you start to love the things that are boring by trying to understand why it is boring, try to find some joy in that, then you have conquered a very, very big battle. So try to learn. If you are finding studying difficult, which subjects do you find difficult? Maths? So he is finding science, biology difficult. I'm sure maybe Aditya is trying to solve some problems and is getting stuck. He's not understanding why do we have to study atomic mass, or why do we have to study the periodic table, all of that maybe. So I would request that you try to ask a lot of questions and go to basics. Okay? Don't try to solve the problem. Try to understand why this problem is there. Okay? Use extra time for science maybe, and try to find some reason why science is important. If you don't have good science, then we will not be having good technology in the future. Try to read more about science. Try to watch some videos on why you should study science, why you should study chemistry. Okay? I hope it helps you. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, we will take some questions from the back. We have some students there.
Good
Yes.
evening, sir. I'm Lakshmi Sinha from class 6. I was asking you that how fluent you became in English from being from such a small village.
Thank you. So, when I was in class 6, I was the class captain of my class. And I was so nervous because in our school, we only had to speak English. We only had to speak English. I'm sure this happens here also, right? Only English. So, I could not, in my mind, I always used to say, how to say this sentence. So I used to have a structure. Subject, object, verb. Subject, verb, object. And I was so confused. I could not speak so well when I was a student. And it is okay. When I came out of class 10, when I went to Delhi, you get exposed to a lot of people, a lot of other students who are very good speakers, who speak much better than you. So by seeing them, I try to learn automatically how they spoke and try to practice what they did. So with practice, it happened to me. The other problem with me was, and sometimes still it's there, I spoke very fast. I think most of the Indian students speak very fast. Very fast. I don't understand what I said. It's okay. When if you can fix that here when you are a student, it's fine, but don't worry too much. Being able to speak well, fluency, all of that will come to you in the future. Don't worry, okay? It will happen to you. Right now, try to, of course, acknowledge that this is a gap, this is a weakness. Try to practice if you can. But if you cannot get better, don't worry. These things will become better over time. Okay? Yeah. Okay. पीछे से एक और क्वेश्चन लेते हैं.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Myself Snali Singh from class 8. My question is how you get admission in Harvard Business School.
Arey Baba, I also don't know, honestly. So when you apply to a college, which is so difficult to get in, many times it is luck. Because there are students who are as better as me, or better than me, but my luck helped me. So of course, my profile was good, I had a lot of patents, I also speak Korean language, I put my application really well, I took the test, the GMAT test, I got a good score. So all the factors perhaps helped me become a student there. What I want to tell you is don't have to push so hard. You make your goal and do whatever you can, whatever the check boxes are. There's exam score, the recommendations from your teachers or your friends, your other extracurricular activities. You do all of that, and then just at some point, just leave it. It's fine. You gave your best. After that, if you don't get in, it's okay. You have other options to try. So I was lucky to get there because I took it easy. I did my part and just let it be, and that is how it happened. We'll take 3 more questions. I know the room is very curious. I can take more, sir, if you want. We'll collect all the questions. Yes, sir. If you can collect the questions, we'll try to merge it together. and respond to your questions. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
My name is Shubhangi and I'm from class 9th. So my question is that when the topic is choosing the right career path, I usually get very confused. Like I'm very good in singing and I want to pursue singing, but after seeing all the competition, I just feel like studying and getting a decent job. So what should I do? And one more question, that usually we come to hear that people who goes from India to USA or somewhere outside, they just settle down there. So what made you come back to our country?
Thank you so much for those questions. I think if you're a singer, first question, you should not drop it. It's your natural talent. You know, people who succeed in life are people who have followed their natural talents. So if you are a singer, if you like singing, I would really urge you to stay in that path. Now the question is, how far can I go, right? How far can I go? Can I build a career in this space? You should try. You have so many examples. There are events, there are opportunities like the India's Got Talent, and all of those. You should try to get there. You never know. Those doors will lead you to very big places going forward. Now, it's very natural to think, oh, it's a very tough game, I will not play that game. I will rather go for an easy way, right? I will take a decent job. That's okay. You can do that as well, and later on pursue your singing journey if you want. So there is no right answer. You make a choice, and you work on that choice. There's no right answer. Both the choices that you are making, perhaps staying in the path of singing and achieving that greatness is fine, or going through this way of perhaps getting a decent job first and then pursuing the singing career, that is also okay. Okay? It's your choice. It's your choice. Second question is, why did I come back? You know what happens is, at certain points in time in your life, you feel that, why do I live? What is the purpose of my life? And we all will die one day anyway. And those questions are deep questions. Deep questions, because we have a life, and I think a life without a purpose is no life. So after I met a lot of people, saw a lot of things, I felt that for me, education is such an important enabler to change society. Because I come from a small village, because of my education, I could go to these places, IIT and Harvard and Samsung and Korea. And I felt that if I can make this world a better place, I would find a lot of joy in my life. And that is why I chose to work in the space of education. And because India is my home country, I thought, why not start from this nation? And I don't want to limit myself to only India. I will go global. Because what I found is that students everywhere are the same. Thank you, sir. It's a lot of joy. It's a lot of joy to build something that helps others succeed in life. And that is why I'm here with my technology class, Sati, to really provide that joy and enable so many possibilities for so many students globally. And I'm also learning about what I'm doing. I hope I can stay on this path and stay committed to what my goal is. Okay? Thank you so much. So I have 8 questions here. The first question is, are you happy? Of course I'm happy. And this is very important. So happiness does not mean that I'm smiling so I'm happy. You know, it's a good question. Are you happy? Next question is, what does happiness mean to me? What does being happy mean to me? For me, being happy means having happy relationships. Okay? If my relationship with my brothers, with my family, with my friends, with my community is good, I feel happy. So because my relationship with my family, my community, myself, and everybody is happy, so I am happy. Okay? So I'm really happy, and I'm so lucky and so thankful to God that He gave me this wonderful life, and I'm able to enjoy that. and build something for others to be also happy about. Tips to learn new skills. The next question is, how do you learn new skills? This is a great question. You learn new skills by trying new skills. You know, I'm also a magician. I'm a certified magician from the Korea's Magic Society. You may think, you know why I learned magic? I learned magic because of two reasons. One, I thought magic can make me a better innovator. So when I was at Samsung, my job was innovation. How many of you know about Samsung Galaxy Ring? The ring. I'm an inventor on that ring. Okay? So because of magic, in magic, there are a lot of details, but magic is all about presentation, how you present. So I learned magic. So the first reason to learn a new skill is to have a reason. Why do you want to learn a new skill? Why? So I learned magic because I wanted to become a better innovator. And second reason was, because magic involved presentation skills, I thought if I learn magic, automatically I will learn presentation skills. So that's why I learned new skill. I could learn the new skill, and I still practice. My last performance, magic performance, was around 6 months ago in South Korea. I performed, and maybe there's a video on YouTube somewhere. But anyway, that is how you learn a new skill. You learn a new skill by having a reason to learn a new skill. And then you learn that, okay? Third question is it not good to learn mother tongue? Who says that? It is absolutely okay to learn in any language, whatever you are comfortable. But why do you have to speak English in this school? You know why? When I was a student, I told you I have to speak English in the school campus, and it was a headache for me. Why do I have to speak English all the time? I was struggling in my mind. Because English is used globally. If you learn to speak English, it will make your life perhaps easier in the future. You'll be able to communicate better with more people in the world. You'll be able to read more literature. You'll be able to watch more podcasts which are available only in English. So that's why schools promote learning in English language, because you can then access much more knowledge and become much more future ready going forward. Okay? But it's absolutely okay to learn in mother tongue. Of course, when I do maths, generally मैं हिंदी में maths करता हूँ. हिंदी में maths करता हूँ. अच्छा ये कैसे होगा? अच्छा इसको ऐसे करते हैं. So you can learn in mother language, but you should try to speak in a language that is more global, perhaps. Okay? It's okay. Because then you have more opportunities going forward. There's no harm in staying with your mother tongue, but you will be better prepared and you have more opportunities if you know more languages. I also speak Korean language. How many of you speak Korean? Or how many of you watch Korean drama? All of you, 안녕하세요. 저는 펑카지입니다. 한국에서 왔습니다. I speak Korean fluently. Okay? Why? Why did I learn Korean skill? Language skill? Because I felt that if I learn the language, I can excel in that country. So I had a very strong reason to learn that new skill. Okay? That's why I learned. So I'm also a fluent speaker in Korean language. If you want to test me, we can test that also. But we don't have time for that right now. Who was your role model is the fourth question. Who was your role model? I have a lot of role models, actually. Lot of role models. In South Korea, who is my biggest role model? This may sound funny, but my biggest role model in South Korea is my apartment security guard. हर अपार्टमेंट में सिक्योरिटी गार्ड होते हैं ना, सो मेरा रोल मॉडल वो सिक्योरिटी गार्ड है. You know why? Because every day morning when I'm leaving the office, the security guard is smiling and salutes, sir. When I come home in the evening, again he is saluting, sir, with a smile. So he is doing his duty very, very diligently. And he's my role model. I chose him to be my role model because I see him every day. And I get reminded of that model, that behavior, that I need to be also always smiling and doing my job with full diligence. That is why he's my role model. Okay? Of course, we have role models who are very famous people like Modi ji and other people. But I suggest that try to have role models of people who are nearby you. Because then you see them every day. Oh, I like that person. He's a very good student. That person is my role model. Okay? Do you understand? So you should have a role model. Very, very important. Because it reminds you of the behavior you want to imbibe in yourself. And that person is reminding you every day. Okay? So try to see in around you, maybe the cook in the kitchen, or maybe the librarian, or maybe a particular teacher who speaks really well, or who teaches really well. Oh, I want to be like that person. Oh, so nice. Always on time. I want to imbibe that kind of discipline. So you can do that as well. Did you ever feel demotivated? And how did you get over it? Of course. It's not demotivated. It's like you feel down for some time. I told you, I did not get into MIT. I was down. I was demotivated. I was trying to build Class Sathi. This is my 9th year been building Class Sathi, 9th year. For 8 years, or before that, a lot of struggle. Oh, will the schools love it? Will the students love it? You keep on trying. Keep on trying. One thing I can tell you for certain, if you keep trying, you will get there. If you don't quit, you are not a failure. If you quit, you are a failure. So demotivation and all that is a part of the process. It will happen. But see the bigger picture. You will get there. If you started in class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4, class 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you will get there finally. Don't worry. Just stay in the game. Okay? Take a fresh shower, new day, new way. Okay? Keep on doing that every day. Number 6 question is, how to stay committed for a long time? Again, it will come with practice. It will come with practice. How many of you watch cricket matches? All of you. How many of you Virat Kohli play? Everybody. You all love it, right? There was a time very recently when he was not doing a great job. You recall that? He was not doing a good job, but he was very committed. So when I see people like Virat Kohli, when I see him, that's such a great batsman, but he's having a tough time. If he's having a tough time and he can overcome, or rather doing so great and having a tough time, who am I? So I'm also bound to have tough time in my life. It's okay. And because he can come out of his tough time by working hard, why not me? I will also come out of my tough time, right? So that is why you watch cricket match, because you are watching those players. I don't miss a single game of RCB. You know why? Because I love to watch him play, Virat Kohli. And every time I watch him play, I'm reminded, I don't see his runs. I don't watch how many runs he scored. I just watch him. Because if he's playing well, I feel, oh, he's doing a great job. I can also do a great job in my life. Okay? I went to watch a cricket match in Calcutta, in Eden Gardens. My brother arranged the ticket. It was a match with RCB was there. I was just watching Virat Kohli. Other people were watching the cricket match. I was just watching him. Every time. He was far there, watching him. Nearby, watching him. So every time. Okay? So this is how you are able to stay committed for a long time. Why watching people. There are multiple ways to do that. I just shared with you one way. But looking at other people, how they are doing it, and you can do the same thing. Did you feel lazy during your innovation journey? Of course. Of course. Every day. Achha, lost hai. Oh, sorry. Okay, lazy and lost. So did you feel lost during your innovation journey? It's okay. You will be lost. You'll feel lazy. You'll say, I will not do it. But because I have done this many times, I did innovations for multiple projects. I know it is the path. For example, you are going from Purnia to, say, Bagdogra. What is the path you take? You go via Aradia, right? All of you. So that is the path. So getting lost in the path on a journey is a process, is a path. So don't feel that you are getting lost. It is just a path, one of the stops. Sometimes people get lost twice, thrice, 4 times. It's okay. Keep moving. Okay? Keep circling. You'll find the way. So I have lost, of course, in my journey also I have felt lost many times. You know, I got 75 patents, inventions. But you know how many inventions I have submitted to the department in Samsung? 1,000 submissions. I gave 1,000 ideas. Out of those 1,000 ideas, only 75 got selected. So I got lost around 900 plus times. It's okay. Out of 10 ideas that you give, 1 idea is good idea. And the best way to have a best idea is, you know what? Having many ideas. Then only you get a best idea. I give 1 idea, oh, it is the best idea. No. You have to give 10 ideas, 20 ideas, 30 ideas. Then you get 1 best idea. Okay? These days, because you have AI, you can use AI to create multiple ideas. I will tell you one more thing about AI. How many of you have brains? We all have brain, right? This is the most important brain. Many times, we are depending on the AI for the brain. We give everything to that brain. Oh, I have to solve a question? Ask GPT. Ask Gemini. Solve the question. Because it also has a brain, right? It will solve the question. But very naturally, if you don't pay attention, Gemini or that AI becomes the first brain, and you are the second brain, which is very bad. So that's why I want to be very careful. Don't use AI without being aware that it is just a second brain, and it should not become a first brain. First brain is this brain, your brain. Use AI just for the second brain level. Okay? Ask questions, get the answer, think from your own brain. Oh, not the right answer, not the right way. Again, ask the question in a different way. Try to learn asking the right questions. Okay? Very, very important. And the last question on this list is how to accept failures. See, we don't succeed all the time. Okay? We don't succeed all the time. I give you the example of Virat Kohli. There are n number of examples. People have failed multiple times. I'll tell you one thing. The only way to succeed is to fail. Only way. Trust me. Give me any one example who has only succeeded. No example. The only way to succeed is to fail. Sometimes to fail multiple times. Then only you succeed. If you don't fail, right, then you will never succeed. Or rather, you will not succeed big in life. The bigger your failure is, the higher the chance is that you will succeed bigger in life. Very, very important. Doesn't mean that you keep on failing deliberately. You have to work hard. And because of multiple external factors, you will fail. For example, 10,000 people apply for IIT, for example, and IIT only has 1,000 seats. 9,000 people technically failed, right? Because they did not get into IIT. That is not failure. But the world says it's a failure. It's okay, okay. I understand I failed because IIT did not have enough seats. But because you prepared so well for that preparation of IIT, whenever you give any other exam or do whatever in life, that preparation will help you. Okay? And because you failed technically, that emotion that you are managing also prepares you better. Okay? Don't take any exam so seriously that it makes you feel very bad. It's just an exam. But the question is, did you prepare well for the exam or not? Did you study hard or not? If you study hard, it's okay. So in my life, I have failed multiple times. I told you, I could not get into MIT. Okay? When I went for my MBA to Harvard, that is what people know. But how many of you know, I mean, of course, nobody knows because I didn't tell you, but I applied for 5 US colleges before I applied to Harvard the previous year. And all the 5 colleges rejected me. So I failed that time in 2009. I wanted to go to do my MBA. I failed that time. I again tried next year with a better score, with a better resume, and I got in. Imagine what would have happened if I got in the first attempt. If I got in the first attempt in 2009 to a US college, I would not have gone to Harvard because I did not apply to Harvard in the first year. I thought I cannot, right? I applied to a few other colleges like Kellogg's and other places, and I did not get in. And I'm so thankful today that I did not get in, because if I got into that college, I would not have been able to get to Harvard. So sometimes you fail for good, okay? So believe in yourself. Believe that there is a bigger force which will take care of you, okay? So don't worry about it. You'll fail multiple times. Take it easy, take a deep breath, give it a day, come back, new day, a new day, a new way. That is the way you go. Thank you so much again. I think your questions were really very insightful. Yeah, one last question, the bonus question for me. Can AI be a better motivator? I don't know, honestly. It's all about how do you use the AI? See, what is a motivator? It is very subjective, right? Something motivates you, something doesn't motivate other. So if you design the AI to motivate you, for example, I use AI as my personal assistant. My AI knows a lot about me. So sometimes when I'm running my company, Tag Hive, I sometimes feel, oh, am I going the right way? And I'm like, okay, let me think how I can go better. So I ask my GPT assistant, hey, give me some ideas. What can I do? So it tries to motivate me. I'm saying that I'm right now finding this difficult, help me. So it helps me because it knows me better. So AI is just a tool. It's just a second brain, okay? And depends on you how you want to develop or grow that second brain. If you grow it well, it can help you in a very, very powerful way. Okay? So AI can be a motivator, and I request you all to get motivated internally. Don't use external force to get motivation. Try to build a strong foundation. Think it this way. You are lucky. We all are lucky to be in this room. There are so many people, so many kids in the world who don't even get a chance to eat 3 times a day, 2 times a day. You are getting your proper meals, proper education. You are lucky. And because you are lucky, it's your duty. Because you are lucky, it's your duty to make sure that you make the meaning of your life, not waste it. Because you are lucky. You did not do anything to be so lucky. It was just happened to you. It is now your chance to use this opportunity of being lucky to make this world a better place. In doing what you can do best, do that. Okay? Don't waste it. If you do that, it's not good. That is the real motivation. That fundamental idea should be there. This is why I exist. Of course, right now you are students, long way to go, but that thought that I need to give back to this world, I need to make this world a better place, I need to make a meaning out of my life, I need to have a purpose in my life. These thoughts, if you think about it again and again in different ways, you will definitely get there, and you will not need any motivator, be it AI or a person. You'll be always motivated. Okay? Thank you so much.
Once a great man whispered, feeling thankful and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. So I am here to express my gratitude for your arrival and making us aware about this 3 C's. Your message, to be creative, confident, and committed, has made us sharper for sure. So you are really working as a role model for the young generation, inspiring many students and continue affecting the eternity in the days to come. It's really a matter of huge pride for all of us. Once again, a wholehearted thanks on behalf of whole Vidya Vihar family. Thank you.
Thank you for the motivation. My pleasure. Thank you so much.
मैंने DPS से 97 में किया।
अच्छा,
आर्किटेक्ट।
अरे मैं तो 2000